Hi everyone, it's Ian DIY Home and Gardening. This is the third video on the trees, so this one is the large trees for large spaces. So let's go and take a look, shall we? So this beauty is Acer platanoides Crimson King. You probably have seen it around, would have certainly noticed the foliage on it, but never possibly realised it was an Acer. But yeah, this is a fast growing species of Acer. Will get sort of 8 to 12 metres in height and about 8 metres wide. Produces lovely lime green flowers which have a slight red tinge to them, and you always see those just before the leaves are about to pop out, and then yeah, you're greeted by those large palmate shiny deep purple bronze tinged leaf, and they tend to last all spring and summer. Really good for scorch resistance, and then come the autumn time it gets the most fantastic autumn colours, sort of deep reds, oranges and purples as well. So yeah, really lovely tree. So I really love this variety of Aesculus. So Aesculus cross carnea'Briotii, which is the red horse chestnut. So obviously it is a horse chestnut, so it has the large magnificent leaves that everyone knows, but unlike the normal chestnut, this one has a bright red panicle of flowers. Still forms a large dome habit. Will get to about 12-14 metres in height, can get 8 to 10 metres wide. But yeah, as I say, it produces really magnificent flower. The other thing that is of note is that it is resistant to chestnut leaf miner, which our normal ones unfortunately are now sort of succumbing to quite severely. It still produces the conkers, so if you're looking for a conker tree, but with a little bit more resistance and colourful impact, then Briotii is probably the one for you. So here we've got Betula ermanii'Polar bear. It is one of the largest, possibly the largest Betula or silver birch that's out there. Get to about 12 metres high, 8 metres wide. Still has that lovely open habit to it though. The nice thing with this variety, which you can see from the picture, is that it has those lovely pure white stems, and they develop really early on. So generally within about the first 3 to 4 years you'll start noticing the white appearance there, which makes it really nice for sort of underplanting or just within a set space to give you that boost of stem coloration. Again, when we've done some park planting before, we've used them in blocks, sort of 3s and 5s, just with other plantings, and it really helps show off the stems on those. So yeah, a nice variety for a large space. Now here's a real stately tree as I see it. It's the Castanea sativa, or sweet chestnut. Yeah, always looks wonderful whenever it's planted. Getting to that nice sort of pyramidical type shape to it, 12 metres high, about 7-8 metres wide. Has that really nice distinctive glossy green serrated leaf as well. And then obviously when it's flowering it produces those clusters of long fluffy sort of yellow flower stems, and then obviously you get the little hairy catkins that bear the edible fruit inside, so they always form in the summer, early autumn. I remember obviously going into London as a kid and being able to buy those pretty much anywhere from anyone that was cooking them on the street. But yeah, fond memories. But it's a lovely tree, and thankfully over the last year the restrictions on UK movement or inter-UK movement have been lifted, so you can now source it again. So yeah, it's a lovely tree to have. So here we got the Eucalyptus gunnii, or cider gum. Probably most of us have had a neighbour with one that has been totally out of control and an absolute pain in the what's it for us. And but anyway, you know, when they're grown and planted in the right place, they look absolutely amazing. Quite happily get 12 to 15 metres high and 8 to 10 metres wide. As we know, they are ridiculously fast growing, but they do have that lovely tactile peeling bark that gives you those warm hues of grey, orange and silver colour. One of my friends actually has planted a few in the last few years because they're now using the sap from it to make the bio-glitter instead of the old type. But anyway, slight deviation. But so eucalyptus has that lovely juvenile foliage that's always that sort of silvery blue in colour, and as it ages it gets more bluey green. But yes, it is a lovely tree in the right place. Does produce a flower, but unfortunately, I suppose the trees get so big that we seldom see them. But in the right place, beautiful tree. So this is one of my absolute favourite trees. Liquidambar, styraciflua, Worplesdon. Such an impressive tree. Again, 12-14 metres high, 8 to 10 metres wide. Really beautiful elegance to it. Has those massive palmate shaped leaves as well. Lovely gnarled stems and bark that develop from quite a young age really, but looks amazing as they get bigger. And is there a better autumn colour than a liquidambar? I don't really think so. Maybe a nyssa, but certainly a liquidambar. You get those real ranges in yellow, orange, reds and purples. Again, we used to plant a lot of these trees around parks and for a few people with larger gardens, that's for sure. But absolutely one of my favourites. Can't beat it, I don't think. Certainly not in the autumn. So this is a tree that probably most of you won't have come across. Certainly till about 10 years ago I had never seen one until I saw one in one of my growers' gardens in Gretum. But this is Sophora japonica, or Japanese pagoda tree. Makes a really elegant looking rounded tree, lovely rich green leaves that have sort of 9 to 15 pairs of leaves on them. A little bit more narrow and pointed, I guess, than a walnut leaf, but that's really what it looks like. We'll get about 15 metres in height, 12 metres wide, but it looks so elegant and graceful. Has a nice green stem, and then again as it ages it develops these silvery white flecks within the stem itself. Does produce a white flower once it's matured as well. It's not a tree that you're going to be able to grow up north. It does need a slightly warmer climate to it, but in terms of soil, it's not too worried about the soil type. It's just it wants a little bit of shelter early on in its years. Now there are elm trees and then there are elm trees, and this is definitely the better one. So this is Ulmus glabra'Lutescens, an amazing looking tree, to be honest. So it makes a nice rounded shape. Will get quite happily up to about 10 or 12 metres high, 8 to 10 metres wide. So it has that nice rounded shape to it. But the foliage is just amazing. So fresh growth is always creamy yellow in colour, and it gradually turns a nice rich yellow green with its age. And of course, being of those leaf colour tones, then come the autumn time, it maintains those yellow and orange and slightly slightly bronze red colours to it, but yeah, makes a beautiful backdrop to anything really. Does want to be in a slightly more sunny position to benefit from the leaf colour, but again with all elms, it's quite happy where it's planted. Doesn't mind being slightly on the moister side. And also it does appear to have a good resistance to any elm diseases that the others can suffer from. So we got here another of those real regal looking trees. You know, you got to love them really. Juglans regia, which is common or English walnut. You know, we've all seen them. Stately homes or in the big parks, producing those sort of, I suppose, obvious rounded shaped trees. Has that very distinctive leaf as well. So, you know, those pinnate feather-like leaves, 5 to 9 pairs, and then you get that solitary terminal leaf as well. Of course, they will get massive. You know, we're talking like 12-15 meters in height, 8 to 12 meters wide. Yeah, they get all the fruit on it as well. The walnuts, which you know, wet walnuts, lovely. Obviously roasted, even better. I suppose if it was me, would I get a regia or would I go for a slightly smaller version, something like a Broadview that is a commercial cropping variety, so you get a slightly smaller tree but better fruits. Well, each their own, I suppose, but they look the same, taste much the same. So yeah, walnut is definitely up there. I know what you're thinking. Why is he finishing his final selection with an oak? Well, to be honest, yeah, there are some trees that you could opt for to be a bit more showy, I suppose, a bit more interest, but for me and probably for a lot of us living in the UK, the English oak has got to be the ultimate big tree. Quercus robur don't get much more impressive, do they? You know, they form that lovely well, rounded oak-like shape, 12-15 meters plus in height. You know, 8 to 12 metres wide. I mean, I remember my grandparents had one. It was an absolute monster. Even after it had lost like a third of the size due to a lightning strike. But anyway, yeah, so English oak, not quite as colourful, or definitely not as colourful as the red oak, the Quercus robur, but it is just something majestic about a mature oak tree. Yeah, have that lovely shape to them, easily identifiable leaf. Unfortunately, it is under a bit of attack at the moment by the miner that's come in and the moth, but still holding on. And then, of course, you get the lovely acorns and beautiful gnarled tactile bark as well that you get on the tree. Yeah, for me, it's got to be on my list. Absolutely love them. So thanks for watching my video. Hope you've liked it, and if you do like it, then please subscribe, and as always, you know, feel free to send me a message, and yeah, keep looking out for what I'm doing. Thanks a lot. Bye.